Brad Johnson here from johnson.audio, and I'm here to expand upon the Write Your Own Song series. Today I'm going to discuss the 1-2 punch lyric that knocks out your listener every time. Now, I'm not actually going to be teaching you how to knock out your listeners, but what I'm trying to say here is in your song and in your lyrical content, it's always good to try to find that one line that just absolutely just hooks a listener, or just is that one lyric where they're listening to a bunch of songs on a playlist, and all of a sudden they have to stop because this lyric just has something to it that just, it's simple, but it communicates an emotion that we all feel in just a unique way. And if you don't know what I'm talking about here, I'm talking about those lyrics. People will go, oh yeah, the chorus, like the hook in the chorus, but I'm not really necessarily talking about the hook in the chorus. I'm talking about just like that lyric in the verse, or just something that just pops out and it's just so good that the listener has to take notice to it, and they just go, oh my gosh, like that resonated with me. Like that one lyric could be the only lyric in the entire song that keeps them coming back time and time again, because when that lyric pops up, it's just so good. They just want to continue to hear it over and over again. And it's kind of like copywriting. If you're not familiar with copywriting, it's the words and advertisements that this short copy that you read that gets you engaged, that makes you want to know more about the product or the service, and kind of allows you to dive deeper into the business or the brand that the copy is for. And so that's a lot like this, what I'm talking about with songwriting. And some people might say, well, yeah, the head copy is going to be the title of the song. And I would disagree, because a lot of times the title of the song doesn't really make much sense until you hear the whole context of that song. And that's what we talk about in Write Your Own Song, is that there's different pieces to this puzzle that complete the whole package. And if you can have one of those lines within your verse, or maybe it is in your chorus, or maybe it's in your bridge, that really just kind of pops out and just grabs the listener, and they say, you know what, that was such a clever line of explaining something that I've felt many times before. That is, and that's the knockout punch. That's the thing where people are going to, they all of a sudden see you as somebody who is an artist, who is in touch and gets them, and they're going to not only want to explore that song, but most likely want to go and explore the other songs that you've released. And so with that, I'm going to give you a few examples that I really feel like have done this in my life, and so that way you can kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about. And the first one I want to talk about actually is an artist called Bon Iver. It's actually a guy named Justin Vernon, and he is definitely a great songwriter, very eclectic. He has stuff all over the map when it comes to styles, but his first record, For Emma Forever Ago, was just a very beautiful stripped down folk record. The story goes they recorded it in a winter cabin after heartache, and just he was isolated and alone in his cabin. He recorded this beautiful record. And what's really incredible about this record particularly is that it really doesn't, you can't really understand a lot of what he's saying in this music. So it really kind of goes against everything that I've been talking about in Write Your Own Song when it comes to just lyrical content and finding those lyrics that connect, because he just has a way of bringing that emotion out, and kind of is that Sigur Rós example I brought up in a previous video of being able to just connect even though you don't necessarily know everything that he's saying. He does sing very unintelligibly, and a lot of times his lyrical content is very abstract. So, but with this particular song, there's one line that sticks out in his song For Emma, and it's gonna be, for all your lies, you're still very lovable. And for me, it's just in the whole context of the song, when that part hits, it just sticks out. All of a sudden, you understand what he's saying. And then it's the overall emotion of the entire album, really. You just feel that. Like, how many times you felt like just somebody that that you just, like, maybe there's so many imperfections with them, and there's so many things that maybe just grate you or annoy you, but at the end of the day, they're just lovable. You just like them. You just want to continue to be in a relationship with them, even if it's maybe not good for you or healthy. And that line, just for me, just really connects that. And so, like, it's just kind of cool to hear the song where maybe you're just kind of going, okay, it's a nice song, and you're not really paying attention, and all of a sudden that line pops out and just hooks you in. And so that's one example I got for you. Second example I have is, I've been on this European trip with my wife, and I had this huge playlist created, and I had a song from brand new from way back in their Deja Entendu days. And it's a song, my Tommy gun has forgotten you, but I haven't. I can't remember exactly the name of it. Go look it up. But the line in that is, my tongue is the only muscle that works harder than my heart, or it's stronger than my heart. Sorry, I probably screwed it up, but either way, you can go listen to it. I'll put a link on the bottom. But, there's something about that line to me where it's like, they say that the tongue is the strongest muscle in the body. But you think about the idea of like somebody in this relationship, and they're really good talkers. They're really good at being able to just, work you over with their words. But really, when it's coming from their heart, there's nothing really there. And it's not really working. And for me, like, I just think that's such a clever line of just explaining that kind of emotion. And so, it's just something that I feel like it's just really cool. And like when you can have those kinds of lyrics that pop out like that, and you just kind of describe something that we all experience, but in a way that is like short, succinct, but just works, like good copywriting, you have magic, and that magic will pay you dividends in your songwriting. And so I feel like we need to be looking at the whole entire song globally, but if you can start to figure out how to craft those really unique, clever, and just creative lines and work those somewhere just in a way in your song to give that 1-2 punch knockout to just sell that whole entire song, it is a good way to go. And so with that being said, I would say this is going to be the hardest part of songwriting, is finding those things. Just like writing good copy, it takes work, it takes practice. I am using the copywriting example. I'm not a good copywriter, but I know that to be able to write a short, succinct thing that delivers and connects in a way that's deep and emotional to the audience is the goal of copywriting, and it's going to be your goal as a songwriter, and a goal as a lyricist especially. And so that worked with great melody and a great arrangement and great chord progression is going to get you a winning song. And we'll talk more about the other stuff in future videos, but right now I'm diving, again, into the dirt. We're looking at just kind of what you need to be thinking of when you're crafting your song. I want this really to be, the fundamentals, the place that you base yourself off of. And so that way we can create awesome songs that come from a place deep in your own heart and your own self. And you bring that out, it's authentic and it connects. And that is what we're going for as songwriters. So I just thank you for listening to this video. It's short, I know, but I am super tired. I just got off of a long plane ride from Greece. I'm back in London and got in super late, so I just wanted to make sure that I got some content onto you guys today, and I hope you got something from this. Leave me a comment, hit the subscribe button, like button. Let's help spread this word. I want to see more songwriters just reach from inside themselves, know themselves, and deliver the best music they've ever delivered, and get better songs out into the world, because I want more good music. I know you want more good music, and together we can do this. So I just thank you again for tuning in. My name is Brad Johnson, johnson.audio. I'll see you on the next video.